Hi, I'm Alan Beckstead, and what you're seeing behind me is some of the work that I've done of paintings for the San Francisco Pride Parade. I've been asked about how I came out as being gay and art and what it was like to come out as an artist, and which was harder. For me, without a doubt, it was coming out as being gay. I, for the most part, was raised in Texas, went to a large Southern Baptist church, and it was just absolutely terrified as I began to realize I was gay, that this is who I was. I was in Houston at the time that I really felt the first time to belong to the community, and what impacted me was the Houston Gay Pride Parade. And this would have been in the early 80s, and I was terrified at the time to go, and friends encouraged me because I was afraid I'd get videotaped or and I'd end up, you know, people from work would find out, my parents would find out. But it really was just the opposite. Yeah, I had never been in such a large group of, of gays that were celebrating being gay, and it was, in the center of downtown on Montrose. And I had a true sense of belonging, that I wasn't alone, and if there was this many people that could come out, and so could I. So that is really why I think years later, many years later, I started working on the Pride parades, and specifically San Francisco, because this is where I live now. As far as coming out as an artist, I had painted all through high school, but then I pretty much quit, except for every now and then doing a piece, when I went to college and I became an electrical engineer with an MBA. So when I started painting, it really was helping somebody else. And it was Ron Kaloji. We were living in San Antonio at the time, and I was in charge of the web decoration committee for the San Antonio AIDS Foundation. And Ron was helping me with the decorations. Ron worked at, or taught at Parsons and the New York Fashion Institute. And he was a fabulous sketcher, and we were doing a 60s theme event. So he had sketched life-size characters from beatniks to pop, and so the whole decade of the 60s. And I helped him color them in. When we were done, he said, you really should start painting again. And I kind of really blew him off. I was like, I don't have time, this is not my thing anymore. But I did continue to help him for a couple of years, and then he got tired, went on to do something else, and then I started doing the decorations. And so my first experience really at painting again after 30 years was painting on life-size characters from Wizard of Oz to Pirates of the Caribbean, or a host of other themes that we did each year, and on plastic cardboard, Coroplast. And what I liked about that media was the color seeped through, and we'll probably talk, I know I'll talk about that when we get more into my Pride Parade. But that was my first experience, and it was on a grand scale. So when I did start finally painting on canvas, I started out initially pretty large pieces. A lot of them you'll see in back of me, because I was used to painting life size. And so one of the things I'm working on right now is how to do them smaller so that they'll actually fit on people's walls. But anyway, that's my first introduction to art and how I got involved with the Pride Parade series.